Shavua Tov, everybody. Very, very incredible. Tonight was a Champions League final, the elite European football tournament, where it was Manchester City that actually beat Inter Milan, who are actually from Italy. So very, very interesting. It happens to be the third trophy that Manchester City, this team, illustrious team in England, have won this current season, which is very interesting. They played against the previous Italian winners also, which happens to be Inter Milan, who are also a sensational team. So it got me thinking, to win a treble, this had happened last time in the year 1999, we're talking about 24 years ago, when Manchester United had won it and became very, very famous that they won it in the last minute. And over here, it happens again 24 years later, when Manchester City has won it tonight. Yes, that went in, by the way. So very interesting. Got me thinking over here. It took huge work ethic, determination for them to do this. Very difficult. They won the Premier League, which is the most difficult football tournament to win. The FA Cup, which is also very difficult to win. 1,000 teams partake in that. It's everyone from pretty much from the whole of England. And now the Champions League, where you've got all the elite teams. It takes a hard work ethic in order to win this, and it takes health, it takes exercise. One of the interesting things is the Rambam actually himself says how key exercise is in one's daily life, how crucial it is, how crucial diet is, what we eat every single day, the discipline, how many hours sleep we get a day. It's all coded, the formulation of all this in the book of Maimonides over here. How many certain hours a day of sleep one should get, what kind of foods one should be eating throughout the day, and all those things. How much exercise one has to, when to do the exercise. And this very much is, from what I've heard, is been incorporated within regards to this football team who's able to win everything, within regards to their schedule and their fitness regime, how it came with. But very, very interesting also, as we're talking about health, the power of health is. Rambam actually talks about it, what one should eat inside their meals. It even says that one should drink wine, yain, the gematria of 70. Also, water is a key. And it was just 2 years ago, I think it was one of the great football players of the last century, Cristiano Ronaldo. He was in an interview and there was a fizzy drink next to him. And he says, no, he shoved it away. And he says, you know what? I'm going to take a water instead. There's nothing like water, and drank it. Very sensational. And that's how it is in our life. There's Yetzer Hara and Yetzer Tov. Good inclination, evil inclination. And we have that battle every single day. We can, for example, see that we've got a cake or whatever it might be, something unhealthy, a lot of excess beer, excess chocolate and all of that. That very much represents the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, where we know it's not good for ourselves. We know it's not good for our body. We know it brings cholesterol onto ourselves. It can make obesity. The big fat pies of pizza or whatever it might be, that might not be good. It's a good inclination to eat the good food. What is recommended? Or have all the different colored fruits and vegetables which is recommended. Have lean meat. You can still eat healthy, still eat delicious, but very much be in a healthy regime over there, which is very, very important in the Torah. And a lot of people say that, some of the cynics could say that following sports, or being into sports or exercise, it's a bad thing. It's a waste of time. You're putting away from Torah, putting away from mitzvot. But no, actually keeping healthy and exercising is actually a mitzvah if it's done for the right purposes. If one is doing it just to be henchman and to look good and to show off to other people, then no, it's not good, unfortunately. However, if one is doing it so that they can keep their mind healthy, keep their mind strong, to keep them positive throughout the day. Remember, a good health session will actually keep someone active and keep someone lean and everything else, to do the mitzvot of Hashem, to do kindness to Hashem, to give energy for their children, to give energy to their wife. It's a phenomenal thing at the end of the day if someone is using that in their kavanah, is within regards to their intention over here. And we've got that battle every day. And it's no coincidence, on Shabbat, we just left Shabbat, and Shabbat, a very, very crucial day, because we know on Shabbat, there is a concept that whatever you do eat, you don't gain weight. That's a phrase that has been saying, but you don't gain weight. Of course you do. You're having the chamin, the chulans on Shabbat. You're having whatever it might be, the shawarma, or whatever it might be, the kebabs, the hummus, or the falafel, whatever it might be, all the pita, all the lapa, or whatever. Of course you put on the weight, but no. Within regards to the Yetzer Hara, you don't put on the weight. Whatever you eat on Shabbat, it doesn't pile on the weight on the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination itself. However, the Yetzer Tov always says phenomenal. And it's no coincidence, here we are. It's Motzei Shabbat Kodesh. We just came out of Parshat Shelach over here. And on Motzei Shabbat, there's this idea to do a Su'uda Reviyat, a Melava Malka, when the Neshama Yetera is coming out of our body. The extra soul that we've got from our body of the Shabbat comes out. It's a good idea to eat extra, to drink extra, but obviously healthy at the same time. Not too much in excess, but something extra tasty. And it talks about in the Gemara, in Masechet Shabbat, in Kuf Yud Tet, in page 119, about the great Rabbanim, what they did on Motzei Shabbat and everything else. So great foods they had and all of that. And it got me thinking over here, it's a time where they are celebrating, they've won a treble over here, they've won so many things, but it took a lot of hard work, it took a lot of health, a lot of exercise to do it, a lot of team spirit, unity. And that's another thing inside the Torah, the unity, when people work together and work hard together with friendships form and everything else, then you can win things and stuff like that. And that's why they say that whenever we saw Am Yisrael were united together, they were able to work better in wars and everything else, even if they were doing something bad, like when they built the Tower of Babel, Hashem still protected them to some degree and didn't totally destroy them like they did at the time of the flood, because they worked together as a team over here, and that brings unity is very much important. So what I would think maybe in this case scenario over here, this team has been able to win it. They've incorporated at the same time so many of these principles which are very, very positive, and we should incorporate at the same time in our lives over here. So guys, we've got to go for it, whatever we're doing. We've got to work hard. We've got to be good as we can, have determination. We should be like lions. And they say actually, when you get up in the morning, one of the first mitzvot that it says in the Shulchan Aruch, the code of Jewish law, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, when we get up, we should get up like a lion, like an aryeh, they call it in Hebrew. Why is that? Because we've got a whole day ahead of ourselves to conquer and do so much mitzvot and do so much good things and to take the world on. Guys, I want to wish you all a Shabbat Barach. If you support this specific team, Manchester City, you can obviously celebrate at the same, but don't forget to incorporate God in everything that we do and incorporate a lot of mitzvot that we do. And I want to wish you all a blessed week and Shabbat Barach, and hope you have an awesome Shabbat. Take care and bye.